know sometimes we use technology, but we're not in technology. We're not using it to be efficient. We're just using tools that all of us use in commercial real estate. And it is important that we really embrace and be part of the technology in a big way. So a lot of times, what I learned from building a company, and this is my third one. So I made some mistakes, learned from it. Building on technology, you've got to build a good brokerage foundation with great leaders and people, but also collaborate, even if they're not in your company. It's working with as many good people as possible. And we love the commercial real estate industry because there's so few of us that if we stay in the business long enough, we know each and every one of us can pick up a phone and find out your reputation in the industry. So we love that. So there's nowhere to hide because we're all out there, especially if we're in the industry long enough. It is important. One thing that a lot of people do not do is the business brokerage. That is, I always call it the third leg of the stool in brokerage. There's always transactions, there's always leasing. But now doing business brokerage where businesses are coming in, helping them find a home. And I have said the entrepreneurial spirit, teaching people, especially immigrants and underserved, how to do this business. I mean, that is one of my passions, where I literally served on almost every trade organization's diversity, because I did want to get more women, underserved, and youth, right? Right now, we know in commercial real estate, we're all getting older. We're like, where are the young people, right? That's the big push we're doing in colleges and getting them excited in commercial real estate, because we do need to get the younger people involved, because we're all getting older, and there's a point where we can only mentor so long and help them, but we do need to pass it along to the next generation. So it is important. And building it, you need to build full service, where you need to add the capital markets, asset facility management, other corporate services, right, at the best price. I always say the Amazon model to be more efficient of how we do it. And building these partnerships like the new one with this ESG and bonds renewable, I know that is the hot topic. What we like to do is we did our symposium, love to collaborate with everyone here too, to teach us, right? What are the latest and greatest? What do you see in the market when it comes to ESG, green bonds? As many of us may heard about leads before, right? And the changes, it's still got to make money, as we all know. But as technology improvements, renewable has been improving. There's many ways to collaborate. One of my friends we were just talking to about solar energy. There's tax credits. Learning about what's going on in Canada and the rest of the world, how can you add these renewable into projects to help you be more profitable, get some tax credits and everything else. So education is really important. I'd love to collaborate as we put a non-agnostic, everyone shares, give information, collaborate, and really gets business in a virtual environment. And this is our virtual environment. We literally have done events where we had 10,000 people in a virtual room around the world. We love for everyone to speak and collaborate to learn, because that's one of the powers of our company is we are in the metaverse. Before Zuckerberg turned his Facebook into the metaverse, right? We were the metaverse. So there's ways of collaborating, communicating. We all know during the pandemic, we went through Zoom, right? Everyone was Zooming. Some of us were Zoomed to death, right? We couldn't stand it. We couldn't wait to just get in the car and drive around some more. But this is the way that we have to embrace technology as the world is changing. The world we communicate, the world we do business and interact is changing. So I'd love to always share for people to visit the metaverse, to speak in our metaverse, where we had many different groups, where I was emceeing C5. Many of their speakers wanted to say, hey, never was an avatar, love to speak in the metaverse. So many of you leaders here, love for you to speak, to share your knowledge, to build collaboration. What we do love, whatever company, organization, is to then put your information, and around the world you connect. And that's the fun part of using this platform. And it doesn't take so much time. Mercedes, thank you. I know you put this event with Ellen in 3 weeks, right? Really quick. Here we put events with thousands of people together, so it is fun to collaborate in a new way, and I welcome everyone to come by and take a look. Everyone knows we need to do a lot of training. Education, I do press upon. We just give you the basic, CCIM, SIOR, ICSC, IRM, with BOMA, all these acronyms, right? MAI, RICS, right? Part of all those associations, friends with many, but this is how we collaborate globally to create these opportunities. So it is important to constantly train and upgrade our skills. but as Andy said, network, right? Pass out your cards, because I remember 20, 25 years ago, I was passing every card, talking, and then one day they want to get your card, right? And then you're like, okay, maybe I made it somewhere, but it is important to pass your card, not only in the virtual world, but in the real world, right? We gotta meet, build relationships and friendships, which goes a lifetime. So we also do the new training. We always say this is just a little bit of corresponding training, teaching people how to do this business. I am putting other parts of diversity for more women, youths, underserved to understand. And now, with the first stage, I love to create this opportunity to learn in the metaverse, to teach, so we can give anyone, anywhere, through technology, the skills to learn our beautiful industry of commercial real estate, and many ways of doing it. But a lot of times they just don't have access to the big university schools, but doesn't mean that they should not be able to learn and plug in. So we open this, and learning from everyone. I'm very excited to actually reach out, right, and to get other people to plug in. So we do training. I always tell people to get their higher credentials, plug into all the trade organizations. We are a global company with 23 different countries and growing, trying to get to 50, and growing our commercial real estate footprint. These are where we are at now globally. So it's exciting, as Canada is our first way to come into commercial with our company. And we use Workplace to communicate, and a lot of referrals, working with residential realtors, and that's why I love the true collaboration of REI BC. Everyone with different disciplines all working together, really important. And these are just some of the splits. We're happy to just share and give the information. And one of the big things is, I'll just do a lot of Canadian stuff. Well, data studios, I know Ellen's working with me about putting a tech suite together, working with, and I've heard, thank you, Mercedes, with other groups that we could collaborate to learn what tech suites, what do you need here in Canada. And I know my time is probably up, but there's a lot of good stuff. You can earn stock, the revenue share, our healthcare, only in the US, so it doesn't apply to Canada yet. And just follow us on LinkedIn, because these are what we do as we expand, as we grow, as we collaborate with many other organizations. This is where you can follow us, learn a little more about our company, and get involved, because please reach out to me. I love to work with so many other groups, because that's my passion now. 2009, I was retired, lost it all, realized what's the most important thing in life is to give back to others, collaborate, coordinate with other people, make a difference in this world. So I just really appreciate everyone giving me this time to share the company, and please reach out, because I'd love to collaborate with as many of you as possible, because you have a beautiful country and great organizations.